Thank you very much. Low 505 is in chat,
Hello.
Hey,
and
Halo.
I think that every time.
my and Thaco Tuesday says hello.
Hey,
Hey there.
All right. Oh yeah, and this is a huge place, so I'm gonna turn animated graphics off for the time being. And I'm gonna turn the sunlight on, obviously. Oh, it is on. Okay. So you said right outside the castle walls.
Please.
All right. So, you. Oops. Looks like I left some of your tokens. Oh, those are NPCs that I gave vision to for some reason.
Well, what I actually when I zoomed out, I found that spot, and it looks like one of them is Gargamon.
Okay. Could you click on the map for me and then hit Control A and then backspace? And that should delete any tokens you have control of. Did he go away?
No, I could just backspace him away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you hit Control A, it
He's
will
fine.
select all the tokens that you control on the map. And then when you hit backspace, it deletes them all.
Yeah, I deleted him.
Okay. Alright, so you guys appear right outside of Enervius Citadel. To the north, you see a large walled fortress. The walls are 30 feet thick, probably 45 feet high. Beyond it, you see a large keep, and out of the top of which springs two white stone spires reaching high up into the sky above the clouds. Well, above cloud level. There are no clouds currently. And you can see a bridge connecting the two towers at the top. And men are looking down from the walls as you approach. And they exclaim, you know, hail!
Oh, hi.
Hail! It is the Order of Solynod Hex again.
The Order of Solynod Hex.
We're workshopping that.
We know you as the Order of the Superior Star.
Oh God, right part. Yep, that's what I said. Yes.
Do you request an audience with the king?
Is the wizard Adolf in the castle?
Yes, I believe he is returned from one of his travels.
Good. We need to speak with him.
Very well, says one of the guards, and man, this map is being really difficult. Daylight mode on. That's weird. I got kicked out of Roll20. And I just streamed my email. Okay, I think there's something wrong with my session of Chrome or something. There, yep, I was right. Wow. OBS is showing everything right now. It's even showing those little boxes when that pop up when it takes too long to load. Okay. Unbreaking Roll20. There we go, my page loaded. Sweet. Alright, so they lift the gate, and you can see Portcullis. I made this map a long time before they had windows. So what I'm going to do, I think, is just install a window right here, right now. How do you do that with the new damn menu? Place window. Locked. Right there. So they open the portcullis for you, and you can pass through. Alright. So first up is Asher and Company.
Yes, so we will... Oh. I found this in the map. I should have already done that. There we are. That will... Put on in.
And all around you are notionally citizens of the city.
Sure.
There's a contingent of guards at the top of the ramp there. This ramp goes upward towards the portcullis. There's a gatekeep over it. You can see murder holes all over the walls here as you pass by and walk into the courtyard, that is. There are stables on the right here. And like workshops, or sorry, stables on the right, barracks on the left, and then down that way you could see workshops. Looks like armories, armor smiths, smithies of different
Smithies,
kinds. Yeah.
We'll get that far. That'll be it.
Okay. Shandrak and Company.
All right. I'll start to make your way, Fallen Asher.
And as you get closer, you can see just how different the white stone on the towers is from the rest of the castle. The rest of the castle is just like your standard gray granite, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And we'll get that far.
All right, and then Tenzi and Company. You can hear the sound of horses on the right and men talking to each other on the left. There's like a bustle. Sounds like an exciting hand of like Texas Hold'em. And men are yelling at each other like, "You cheated," you know.
Yeah, we're just going up the pathway behind the rest of the party.
All right. End of round. First up is Asher and Company.
Alright. We'll be able to get to the castle this time. Let's see. And yeah, we'll just wait in the lobby area for everyone to catch up and look around and see if there's anyone there to help us.
All right. You can see man who looks like he's dressed with the rank of captain is sort of standing with a contingent of guards. He has a lieutenant with him and a sergeant and a few veterans behind. And then there are men-at-arms all over the place. They're like standing guard at the corners of the walls, at the entrance. They're all armed with like plate mail, light crossbows, long swords, daggers. And the captain approaches, this man with the red headdress. And he says, "Good day."
Oh, hi. Good to see you. My friends are coming up behind me. They should be here momentarily. We just want to do a little bit of trade with the wizard Adolf Gall.
Ah, he's scheduled to join the king in his court. Would you like to
Oh.
join them?
Think they would you think they would mind if we just like bought some stuff during court?
I'm sure the Archmage can take you into his office to do such deals. But
Terrific.
that's where you'll find him.
Excellent. All right, yeah, as soon as my friends get here, we'll head on that way. Thank you.
Right. Just into the atrium and take the right or left staircase. And up the stairs beyond towards the center, and you'll find the court there.
Asher gives him a lazy, definitely not standard salute.
Okay, and he just kind of comes over to this like desk / chair. Lieutenant goes over to the other one, and this sergeant sits down over here, and the men-at-arms are just kind of eyeballing you. The veterans kind of get out of your way so you can pass by. And these men-at-arms are just kind of like, they kind of look at you guys for a second, and then they get this look of recognition on their face and kind of nod like, "Oh yeah, Shendrak and Company."
Chandrak and Gargamond will come along, and there it is. They'll see Asher and Varian. And
They said we can find Adolf at the court, and she kind of points the direction she was just shown.
yeah. Thanks, Asher. So I'll continue a little
see
bit
a-
forward.
You can see a chapel off to the left. There's an atrium up here. And from what you can see, it looks like, just as the captain described, there is a staircase on either side. It's kind of like a split-level house. The stairs don't go up very far. Just kind of elevates you to the next level. Not really the
we'll
next
make it-
floor.
We'll make it to the base of the stairs, and that'll be our full move.
All right, Tinsy and Company. You can see more men-at-arms all over the place.
Tenzi is moving to keep up with the group.
All right, end of round, and Asher and Company.
We'll head on into the court. So let's see up these stairs.
As you pass by this group of veterans and one of the men-at-arms, the veterans kind of come together, and one of them says to you, you can hear them whisper, you recognize them?
Asher winks at him.
Oh, you're going over to the lieutenant to join him at his desk?
Oh no, sorry, I was trying to go up this. Oh, I went the wrong way. Yeah, I'm going upstairs.
You can hear them say, it's the Order of the Superior Star, they're adventurers. And this man-at-arms kind of directs you over towards the center. He says, right this way.
Oh, thanks. And Baron will stand next to this wall, and Asher will take a spot on one of the back benches.
All right, so the courtroom is already full of people.
All right, yeah, she'll stand next to Baron then.
There are guards all over the place. There's an apprentice wizard standing next to the king. Wait, I think that's an apprentice wizard. And you can see Adolf standing at the base of the stairs, and he kind of turns. And he can see you now. And he gets this delighted smile on his face, like his big, bushy, gray eyebrows kind of lift up, and you can actually see his eyes. And he gets a big smile on his face. A couple teeth are missing, probably a couple black teeth too. And he comes to the back of the courtroom, and he says, Asher, it's always nice to see you.
Oh, good to see you too. You're looking hale and hearty.
Yes, I've just had a bout with cancer. The royal cleric cured it for me.
Yikes, it be that way sometimes, I guess. And she kind of like pats her own body, like a little self-consciously. And she says, "Yeah, we were just stopping in. Shandrak wanted to see you about buying some spells. He should be here in a minute."
Ah, Sandrak, my best magical customer.
He's really coming into his own. He's slinging all kinds of spells, saving our lives left and right. Good to have him.
Ah, good to have a spell slinger, eh?
Absolutely.
Can't be afraid to shoot those fireballs.
Yeah. Luckily, when I hide, he can usually, luckily when I'm invisible, he can usually see me, so he doesn't usually hit me with fireballs. It's way better than getting hit with fireballs. I would know.
And Shandrak and company.
As the kind of guards are kind of whispering is like, oh, the Order of Superior Star. As we're continuing up the stairs, Shandrak will kind of put his arm on Gargamon and be like, that's right. And this is the newest member, Gargamon.
Their jaws drop as Gargamon walks through, and one guy's like, nobody's perfect.
And we'll make it in the courtroom.
And Adolf is there talking with Asher as you approach. And he turns and says, Sandrak, and a new friend I see.
Oh yeah, this is Gargamon. We found him in this in the Huangtang archaeological complex. I rescued him.
Yes, I've met you before, Gargamon. You used to do some adventuring with, what was his name? Atronus. Yes, Atronus, and, the Royal, General, what's his name? The General of the Army here, it'll come to me just, General...
Not Mad Moen, is it?
General Moen, yes. And he kind of points back towards the throne a little bit, and Moen kind of waves. He's there. Yes, you and Moen traveled together for some time, and had dealings with the circus, if I recall correctly. And as you guys know, the circus is your adventuring group's old iteration. After it was the Misfits, it turned to the circus, and then when those players kind of retired, or whatever, those player characters retired, it became the Superstars, and then eventually the Order of the Superior Star. So it's kind of changed names as membership has changed. Because who wants an old name, I don't know. Alright. Anything else for Chandrak and company?
I will just, Chandrak will say, oh yeah, good to see you, my favorite spell slinger, my buddy. I wanted to buy some spells from you. We're about to go into some pretty hot water. And also, actually, something I want to tell you too, and he kind of whispers up, kind of tries to whisper to him, I don't know if this news is appropriate for the court. Maybe we should speak privately.
Oh, yes. And I shall inform the king in turn. Yes. Shall we go to my office?
Sure, lead the way.
This way. Yeah. Okay, Tenzi and company.
We'll move up to catch up to Asher and company.
All right. Oh, Hi, Master Tenzi. It's been months. Not since we were in Upper Sea, but no, you were in this court. That's right. Just a few months hence, you're in this court. Right this way. Right this way. And Asher and anything else for Tenzi and company?
Nope.
And Asher and company.
Asher will follow, or Asher and Baron will follow off where he's leaving. And just kind of hang out and wait for Chandrak to do what he needs to do. That'll be good.
And he kind of sits down at this desk, and you can see some magic books behind him, some books of spells behind him, spell books. Chandrak and company.
Chandrak will follow into Adolf's office. And then Chandrak will say, so I have a bit of good news and bad news too while we're here. Yeah, so where I found Gargamond is it was called the place I found him was called the Huangtang Archaeological Complex.
Oh, yeah.
And we managed to track down one of the books at that place. And luckily, the good news is we're able to destroy the book.
The Demonomicon, as it were.
Yes.
Oh.
We were able to destroy that copy in that temple.
You destroyed it.
Yes.
That was a powerful artifact. It contained magic spells. Well, quite evil ones anyways. Used for summoning demons and whatnot.
Yeah, well, we're trying to limit the number because people have been trying to get their hands on them.
Yes. It's known throughout the multiverse as the Demonomicon of Igwilv. Are you familiar with this person, Igwilv?
No. I think this is the first time we have heard that name in reference to the Demonomicon. Who is he? Is he the original author?
Yes. He is from the realm of what's known as gray space. Have you heard of gray space?
I definitely have not. I don't think Chandrak has either. No. Is that like the Astral Sea?
No. Actually, Igwilv is a she. Sorry, forgot that bit. Also known as Tasha or Natasha. That's right. Tasha's uncontrollable hideous laughter. Yes, one and the same.
Oh, yeah. That is a powerful spellcaster if she wrote these books and made those spells.
Yes. She involved herself in some questionable spellcasting, as you can tell from the Tasha's uncontrollable hideous laughter spell.
Seems rather benign compared to the Demonomicons.
True. Anyway, she penned the Demonomicon of Igwilv, also known as the Fiendomicon. I never liked that name.
Yeah, it doesn't roll off the tongue.
They say it was a 7-volume book.
You've heard that it was a 7-volume series.
Yes.
Ah. We were recently under the assumption that there were 6.
And before that, you thought there were 5.
Yes.
I
These
knew
things seem to be springing up out of nowhere.
it. Yes. Well, information that originates with demons is sometimes a little bit, not true.
I just hope there's not 20 of them.
So do I. For
Be hiding
goodness
these
sake.
books until we die.
Anyways, gray space, yeah. And he kind of reaches back to one of his, like, journals and pulls it out. And he says, gray space, yes. Home of the world called Earth. Have you heard of Earth?
I don't know if Chandrak has, but I don't know. Is that a prime world?
Name sounds lame.
Well, I suppose gray space itself would be the prime world, and Earth lies within it. Yeah. You know of the crystal spheres, don't you?
Yeah, the crystal spheres. Those are the bodies that we're on, right? Like Solynod Hex.
No. You see, Solynod Hex is a planet. It's an orb that floats through space. Solynod space, if you will. Now, Solynod space is contained within this gigantic black crystal sphere. Thus, its contents are known as, you guessed it, Solynod space. At the center lies Sol, or Solynod Prime. It's the star that gives us all light and life. The second body, known as Solynod Duo? Deuce. That was it. It's the first planet in our solar system, if you will. You get the gist?
Yeah, that's making sense.
So, Solynod Hex is the fifth celestial body orbiting Solynod Prime. You understand, yeah?
Yeah, I understand now.
So you see, there are many planets inside of Solynod space. One of which is Solynod Hex. Therefore, the prime material plane here is known as Solynod space. Understand?
That makes sense. And so this Earth is from gray space.
Yes. Similar to Solynod space. So anyways,
These books
Tasha?
are from a whole different prime world.
whole different world. Completely different place. Somehow, these books have made it here to our world. And, well, I suppose it's causing issue. Is that the case?
Oh yes.
Ah!
Yeah. There's lots of demons that we've been fighting, like trying to get a hold of this book.
Ah.
Yeah. In fact, unfortunately, the bad news that I came here to tell you was that when we were in the temple and destroyed the Demonomicon, the demons that were already there, they had summoned the Demogorgon onto our world.
Oh no!
And in the chaos of the fight, the Demogorgon managed to slip away and escape.
Ah.
But we have tracked it down to another temple.
Oh, you found his whereabouts?
Yes.
Oh, excellent.
He's in another temple. This one of the temple of Baphomet, though. And it sounds like he's there as well.
Oh dear, Baphomet. I've never had dealings with demon lords before, but from what I know of Baphomet and Demogorgon, they're not friendly fellows. Be prepared for the worst, I'd say.
That's why I've come to you. I think I need to get a few brand new spells to deal with this.
How can I help?
I remember last time you said that you had a copy of Cloud Kill. I would like to try to get that. And would you happen to have a copy of Haste?
Haste. Cloud kill. Disintegrate. Lower resistance. Global invulnerability. Stone to flesh. True seeing. Molten Kynan sword. Teleport without error. Bigby's grasping hand. Prismatic spray. Certain spell immunity. Full side temporal stasis. Monster summoning 1. Um, and let's take our second break. We've been playing for about 2 hours. So we'll have 3 minutes of pre-roll ads, and we'll come back 2 minutes after those pre-roll ads are over for a full 5-minute break. Be right back in 5. And we're back. Alright. Anything else? Oh, yeah. What was the question that Shandrak asked? Haste, right?
Yeah, haste and cloud kill.
Let's see. So I found Cloud Kill. Let's see. Volume 4. Volume 6. Maybe it's in Volume 5. Nope. Six, 5, 4. They would probably be in Volume 3, I'm guessing. Not in Volume 3. Not in Volume 2. And not in Volume 1. Did he say he had haste before?
He didn't, but he said he had all sorts of other spells, like, lying around, so I wondered if he might have had that. He didn't mention it before, no.
No, of his 6 books, I don't see haste in there. I don't even see any. I don't see any time magic at all, except for what's it called? That really high level one,
Time stop?
temporal stasis.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's not much of a time magic guy. He doesn't even have slow. But he says, I'm not much of a time magic caster. I don't use slow or haste, but I do have temporal stasis.
I think that one's a bit above my pay grade for now. Well, not my pay grade, but, well, you know what I mean.
Innuendo for being rich, I see.
Well, no, an innuendo for, not having the same skills you have to cast that sort of spell. Well, what about sending? Nim said him and you communicated via sending. I'd like to purchase a sending spell if you have that.
Oh, let's see, that would be Central Plopia, City, Nim. Oh, Nim knows haste. Yes, he's used it before in my presence.
That's what I get for not asking him what spells he had.
Sending. What level is sending?
That's a 5th level spell.
Let's see. Yes, Nim speaks with me through sending sometimes.
Sounds like you really want Nim, Shandrak.
I guess so. I assumed you both had it, but I guess Nim was just kept doing it himself to talk to you.
Yeah.
Well, he's got that and haste. He's got everything. But when I get a little bit stronger, I definitely still will be coming to you.
Yes, I seem to remember him researching that spell years ago. And he does contact me through sending from time to time. So, did you want to purchase Cloud Kill?
Yes. Yeah, I would like to purchase your cloud still.
That will be, let's see, 5,000 gold coins. Let's see, Volume 5, Dwemas of the Endgame, by Adolf Gall. No, that's not the one. Let's see, Volume 4, Might and Magic by Adolf Gall. No, that's not it either. Volume 3, The Arcane Art of Spellcasting by yours truly. No, that's not it either. Spells of Mass Destruction and how to effectively use them. There we go. 9 pages. Cloud Kill. Yes. A spell of the 5th circle. It's the 3rd spell in this book. It begins on page 15 and goes on to page 23. Yes. 9 pages. See there? It begins here. And he points out which page it begins on. Page 15.
Mm-hmm.
And then page 23 where it ends. There. Read that magic. Cast your copy spell. And be off.
I will. And so Shandrak will take out a diamond worth 5,000 gold pieces, and he'll put it on the table. And then next turn he'll cast Read Magic.
Okay, and Adolf picks up the diamond from the table and brings it to his eye and inspects its facets. It says, "Ah, looks like a good cut. Yes, it's real, of course. I assume."
Shandrak looks over to Asher. It's like, it's been authenticated.
Right. Very well. Well, enjoy killing with clouds.
Yes, this should be helpful.
Yes. I shall be in the court if you need me. Please leave the book behind when you're ready to leave.
All right.
And Tenzi and Company.
Just watching Shandrak. Got an ear listening to what's going on in the court. See if we can pick up any information about the goings on here.
Let's see. So This nobleman cleric right here is kind of pointing at this halfling, saying like, he stole my blah 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 blah, and the little halfling is like, no, I didn't steal it at all. And he's this little what are they called? Stout halfling. So he's like really shorter than any other halfling you've ever seen. He's only 2'10", and he is round as a damn beach ball, 2'10", and weighs 90 pounds. So imagine a 90-pound like 3-year-old, not even 3-year-old, like maybe one and a half, two, like a toddler. A 90-pound toddler. That's how fat this little halfling is. And you notice this halfling is wearing a type of hide armor you've never seen before. It looks like it's made from the scales of a dragon. And the scales are kind of shadowy. They're similar to a black color, but they're somewhat translucent. As though they were glass on a black background. So it gives the suit of armor an overall shadowy look to it. He's wearing a really nice looking long sword on his hip and dagger. And he's got this pretty high quality sling wrapped around his arm. So he's probably an adventurer.
Okay.
And you know, noblemen clerics are spellcasters. They're able to cast spells. So he's probably also an adventurer, or was at some time. He looks kind of old though. Probably middle-aged. And the bailiff, this indentured wizard, is like, you know, silence, 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 and he steps down. Silence. And the nobleman cleric and the halfling stop arguing eventually when this guy yells at the top of his lungs. Anything else for Tenzi and company?
Nope.
Okay. End of round. Next up is Asher and company.
Yeah, we're just. I like Tenzi, just eye on things and waiting for Chandrak to do his spells and whatnot. I'm good.
Adolf moves out of his office, and Tenzi, you can see Adolf go back to the court. And he walks up the red carpet.
Oh, and Asher clocks that guy's sling and kind of chuckles.
What sling?
You said it had his like a nice sling that his arm was in or something.
Oh, it's the sling weapon, but he's in the courtroom.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, he's in the
Oh,
courtroom.
okay. Never mind.
It's
Yeah,
this guy right here.
she's waiting. Yeah, she'll just wait.
Okay, and Adolf ascends the stairs, walks around the throne, and takes a spot in the back of the room. And Moen kind of lets him by. That's this guy right here. Shandrak and Company. So you're reading magic, right?
Yes.
Alright, so it's going to take... it was 9 pages, so 9 rounds. And then anything else for Shandrak and Company?
No, I think we're good.
Hey, Tenzi and Company, you see the bailiff, this indentured wizard, come back up. And he says to this nobleman cleric, he says, Father Enion, you may proceed. And the nobleman cleric sort of steps out and says, you know, as I was saying, this halfling stole my copper, like, holy water font. 1 second. All right, I'm back. But he's talking about how this halfling stole his copper holy water font. And the halfling he doesn't say anything now, but he just kind of shakes his head back and forth, like in denial. And Tenzi and Company.
We're just watching the proceeds of the trial while we wait for Chandra.
All right. End of round. Next up is Asher.
I think I'm good until Shandrak's ready.
Okay. And does Shandrak's Company want to do anything in the meantime?
No, just reading.
Okay. So, in the meantime, the priest, accuses the halfling further, and he says, I know it was you because I saw you snooping around, after hours, during confessions or whatever, when everyone, had already gone home or whatever. And, the halfling is just sitting there shaking his head. And the bailiff allows the halfling to speak, and he was saying, well, I was just waiting in line for my confession. And there's like a rebuttal, and the cleric's like, that's not true because you didn't schedule anything with me, yada, yada, yada. And the king, he's like, basically, it's your word against his at this point. So I'm gonna find the halfling innocent because in my land you're innocent until proven guilty. And he tells the priest, like, next time you want to come into my courtroom, you need better evidence. And the priest is like, yes, your majesty, or whatever. Okay, Chandrak finishes reading magic about 9 minutes later. And it's Chandrak and company. So you can roll your to learn spell you want.
Yes, please. And
All right.
I will copy that into Best of Chandrak.
10 pages.
I thought it was 9.
It's 9, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then anyone else in Chandrak? Chandrak's company.
Yeah, just a second. Yeah, I think after I guess being here, but to hear a little bit of that, Gargamond will come in, and he'll just remark, that was a very just decision of you, Your Majesty.
Oh, as the two were leaving. Okay.
What?
As the two what is that? Litigants
Yeah, as they're leaving, like
are leaving.
Gargamond will remark, is that you're a very just king, Your Majesty.
Just kind of blurts it out in the court.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll etiquette if he has it.
No.
My God, I would die to see a Minotaur with etiquette.
Okay. The king points at Gargamon and says, "Guards, have him removed." And these two Oh, no, those are the wrong guards. Okay. City guards. So these two guards are the guards for the noble priest. And he's like exiting the room right when Gargamon says that. And that halfling is like going the opposite way. And then two of the guards at the front of the room. Oh wait, no, there's also these guys in the back that I just noticed. We're on the GM layer. Okay, those are... Why am I not able to select anything? I am on the GM layer still. Okay. Alright. Yeah, these two city guards come up to Gargamond and lay hands on him. They try to grab him. What does Gargamond do?
Gargamon will. So he will try to. subtly uses intimidation to be like, that's not a good idea to do to somebody who's a member of the Order of the Superior Star.
Roll your check. You can see these two courtesans kind of step up and take a seat now that the halfling is gone, as well as this link boy.
Well, there we go. Oh. So I gotta double check. I don't know which one is the
Strength.
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to physically say that. I'm like, really, you can do this to a member of the Order of Superior Star?
Which intimidation are you using? The strength one or the charismatic one?
I'm trying to do the charismatic one. Like, hey, you know who I am?
Go ahead and roll. Okay. They're like, yeah, we know who you are, and we don't give a shit. And they put hands on him. Does he resist?
No, he'll be calm, and he'll just, they'll let them put their hands on him for now.
He could tell that they're not...
Are they just escorting him out?
Yeah, he can tell that they're not very, like, strong compared to him. Like, they can't really move his body like they would a human. And they, like, you can see that they're like, gulp, you know, like, the king just told me to escort a minotaur out of his courtroom, and they're fearedly grabbing onto, it's obvious, grabbing onto Gargamond and moving him like two stormtroopers grabbing onto a frickin' Wookiee, you know, like, okay, Darth Vader, I'll do it because you told me to, and I hope this doesn't get me killed. And they just kind of like get him to the edge of the doorway there and try to push him this way, but his body just doesn't move. He's just too heavy and strong for them to just, you know, push him. And they let go. Anything else for Chandrak and company?
Yeah, I love y'all.
Okay. Tenzi and company.
We're keeping an eye on the proceedings here to make sure that things don't get out of hand with Gargamon. And that's it.
Okay. So next up is this nobleman here. Like, is basically whining to the judge about this nobleman fighter. Beat him up. So basically a 0th level nobleman taking a nobleman fighter to court because they had an altercation and the fighter won. Because the 0th level nobleman fucked around and found out. And the nobleman is like, yeah, he blackened my eye and broke my nose. And nobleman fighter is like, you know, you deserved it. You insulted my lady. And there's a courtesan that's with him. And the nobleman's like, of course, she's a whore. And the nobleman fighter stands up in the court like, you'll never call her that. and grabs his rapier, and the guards are like, "Hey, settle down!" You know, they intervene. He produces his rapier. He almost gets it out of the scabbard, and this guard comes up to him and basically puts a long sword at his neck.
Asher has produced popcorn from nowhere.
And the guards are like, "Do not draw your weapon in the king's presence, or you shall die." And anything else for Tenzi and Company?
Nope.
And end of round and Asher and Company.
Yeah, she's she's intrigued now, so she sees that Chandrak's still doing spell stuff that she only vaguely understands. And she'll kind of step out and next to Gargamon in case in case it gets hairy. Like hey man, everything good here?
Gargamon snorts and says, "King can't take a compliment."
Guess not.